Hello friends, have a nice day. This is Professor Dr. G.S. Wajire from Department of Electronics, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. Today's topic for lecture is types of optical fiber. Friends, nowadays copper and coaxial cables are replacing by optical fiber cables due to various reasons. Through copper and coaxial cable, the signal or information transmits with the speed of electrons. But through the optical fiber cables, this information transmits with the speed of light. And all you know that speed of light is very high as compared to speed of electrons. In optical fiber communication system, the optical fiber functions as a light guide through which the signal or information transmits with the speed of light from one place to another. So, optical fibers are classified on the basis of two parameters. First is mode of propagation and second is refractive index. So, according to modes of propagation, these optical fibers are classified in two classes. First is single mode fiber and second is multi-mode fiber. In single mode fiber, only one ray can pass through the optical fiber at a time. And in case of multi-mode optical fiber, many or multiple rays can pass through the optical fiber at a time. See, here we have shown the actual structures of both modes. You can see in this first case, this is single mode optical fiber, and here we have shown that only one light ray is passing through the optical fiber, and in case of multimode optical fiber, more than one or many light rays can pass through it at a time. The main difference between single mode fiber and multimode optical fiber is the area of cross section of core material. In case of single mode, cross section area of core is about 9 micrometer, and in case of multimode optical fiber, this area of cross section is about 50 micrometer. In this slide, we have taken the comparative points of single mode and multimode optical fiber, as we have already discussed all these. So come to advantages and disadvantages of these both fibers. Come to first advantages of single mode fiber. There is no dispersion, that means there is no degradation of light signals during the propagation. And if we discuss the same point in case of multimode, then this becomes disadvantages because dispersion is more due to degradation of signal owing to multimode. Next advantage of single mode fiber is that it can carry the information to longer distances, and in case of multimode, the information can be carried to a shorter distance as compared to single mode. So this is disadvantage. If we discuss about disadvantage of single mode, then we can say launching of light and connecting of two fibers is tough and difficult job. Whereas in case of multimode optical fiber, launching of light and also connecting of two fibers is easy as compared to single mode. If we come to second point of installation and fabrication, in case of single mode is difficult as it's more costly, and in case of multimode, the fabrication is easy and the installation cost is low as compared to single mode. The second parameter of classification of optical fiber is refractive index. Actually, the refractive index determines how fast light can travel through the medium. If higher is the value of refractive index, then lower is the value of speed of light through it. So in simple language or simple words, we can say that in denser medium, light travels slow, whereas in rare medium, light travels fast. So according to refractive index, there are two types of optical fibers. First is step index fiber and second is graded index fiber. Here, for the proper sake of understanding, we have shown cross-sectional views of both type of optical fibers. First is step index optical fiber and second is graded index optical fibers. In step index optical fiber, this core material is having the same refractive index, or we can say it is having uniform refractive index, and the refractive index between core and cladding is step, and that's why it is called as step index optical fiber. Here in case of graded index fiber, the core material is having different refractive index. At the center area of core, the refractive index is higher and across its edges it goes on decreasing. Thus, the core is having different grades of refractive index, or we can say it is having different layers of refractive index, and hence it is called as graded index optical fiber. In this slide, we have shown the path of ray and patterns of ray through this step index optical fiber, and second it is graded index optical fiber. In step index optical fiber, the ray paths are different so that the rays arrive at the different times, and in this case the light ray propagation is in the form of meridianal shift, whereas in case of graded index fiber the ray paths are different but all the rays arrive at the same time. Through this optical fiber, the light rays propagates in the form of sinusoidal nature. You can see the sinusoidal nature in case of graded index fiber and meridianal shape in case of step index optical fiber. At output side of both the fibers, there is output pulse pattern, or we can say it is output pulse profile, which is step in case of step index fiber and somewhat continuous in case of graded index fiber. This slide shows comparative points regarding single index fiber and graded index fiber, and already we have discussed orally on these points, so we will skip this slide. So friends, now let's come to our main topic, which is types of optical fiber. So far, as per our discussion, there are two types of optical fibers according to mode, which is single mode and multi-mode. And again, these multi-mode optical fibers, they are classified as step index and graded index. In case of single mode optical fiber, only step index is possible, whereas graded index is not possible. So accordingly, now we can say there are three types of optical fiber. First is single mode step index optical fiber. Second is multi-mode step index optical fiber. And third is multi-mode graded index optical fiber. Now let's discuss about the advantages of single mode step index fiber. In case of single mode step index fiber, there is minimum dispersion at output. All the rays take same path, same time to travel down the cable, and input pulse can be reproduced at the receiver very accurately. Secondly, we can say that there is least attenuation of light and it can run over longer distances without repeaters. Next, we can say this optical fiber is having larger bandwidth and highest information rate. Now let's go through various disadvantages of single mode step index optical fiber. So here we can say it is very difficult to couple the light in and out of the tiny core. Here, due to very thin core, it is very difficult to couple the light to this optical fiber. Secondly, for this optical fiber, highly directive light source like laser is required. And thirdly, due to all these reasons, interfacing modules are very specialized and more comprehensive as compared to others. For the sake of understanding, the structure of single mode step index optical fiber is shown here along with its output profiles. Now let's discuss few main points about multi-mode step index fiber. here large number of modes is possible. That means many rays can pass through it. This optical fiber is inexpensive as compared to other optical fibers. It is easy to couple light in and out to this fiber. In this case, each mode travels at a different velocity, and due to this, it results in high modal or signal distortion because all the light rays are not receiving at the same time at output. It is having a lower transmission rate of data. In this case, it operates mostly with LED as light sources. Typically, this kind of optical fiber is used for short distances links. And finally, let's discuss few important points about multimode graded index fiber. In this optical fiber, core refractive index gradually changes towards the cladding. The light rays gradually bends and the total internal reflection happens at different points. The outside rays that travels longer distance and also they travels faster than inner rays. And lastly, we can say this fiber offers less modal dispersion as compared to step index multimode optical fiber. This is light pattern through the multimode graded index fiber, and this is its output profile. This slide shows comparative and collective visualization of all these three types of optical fibers. That means here is single mode step index fiber, next is multimode graded index fiber, and here it is multimode step index fiber. And these are signal profiles at its output ends. So friends, I hope you will get the concept of types of optical fiber. So let's stop here. Thank you very much.